The morning's been uneventful. Woke up, packed up. It's a little after 8 now. I take my time because I do certain things that I do at night in the tent that I didn't have a headlight. When it's dark, and that's not good. But I'll get a headlight again one day. But there's a bigger store down here. Maybe they'll have some. So here at about 7 or 8 miles early in the, I want to hopefully by 1 o'clock, about like yesterday, I want to get to this. It's a big store. It's the biggest store in the park. It's right in the middle of the park. It's called Big Meadows, and it's got a restaurant and a store there. And that's where I'm heading. I've got enough water. I filtered enough water this morning already. Ate a little bit of breakfast, and I think I've got the calories to tie me over on these 2 climbs I got to do. So, and I'm already a mile into this. Okay. I think I'm done climbing for a little bit. And I'm feeling really good. But the latest piece of news that I've got to overcome, I've lost, on top of losing my insoles, been hiking without insoles, that I need to wear for arch support. But, you know, I've got that mentally taken care of. I've got new shoes coming. They're going to have their own inserts. Don't be a wimp. You know, let's go. And then, so that's mentally done. Without a headlight, that sucks. I mean, it gets pitch dark out here. That's holding me up. I start getting anxiety when it's getting later in the day. Because I got to find a camping spot, and it's going to be dark soon. So, you know, it's no good. That's got me going. But the latest is the trekking pole. The cork right here has come loose, and you can about spin it around. That could break off, and I could lose a handle. And I need these things on those 20-degree climbs, 20-degree climbs out here, which I'm kind of going down at about 10 degrees right here. But the reason I can hold the phone. But you know, they're like an extra set of legs. You know, it's like 2 more legs when you're pumping them arms going up that climb. I mean, it's a big difference. That's the difference between me making a day or not. You know, but good. Take a little look at that. I've been doing it, coming down here for a while now. But I decided to stop and just show you. This is how the trail is sometimes. This is nothing but rocks going down. Rocks as far as see. And you know, you got to step here. You got to step here. It's one to an ankle here. You got to step down here. You know, and it just that's the kind of, you know, that's what the trail's throwing at me right now. I think I'm at the top here of this climb. And we're up here. You just can't see across the mountains over there beside us because of all the foliage. Bye. I failed to mention, I had about 8 miles to go this morning, maybe not even that much. And to get to the Big Meadows restaurant, it's the biggest wayside in the park. It's got the biggest store. It's in the middle of the Shenandoah National Park. And I'm feeling pretty good. And I got about 3.5 miles to go. And the terrain is nice right now. I could run into some rocks, but I doubt it. I'm up here in the Big Meadow area. My ascent, no climbing, no going up. I think my total ascent for the next 3.5 miles is like maybe 150 feet, 200 feet. And I think I go down maybe 150 feet, or that's flat. You know, that's, as far as AT standards, that's flat as a tabletop, you know. So it's low key. I'm heading to the restaurant. That's where we're going. We're gonna check it out. I spent a lot of time there at that camp store, which is the smallest camp store in the whole park, and that smallest campground, and that Lewis campground. The Lewis campground was completely. It's a first come first serve basis. They do have first come first serve sites, and they also have reservations you can make like 6 months in advance. But it was completely full yesterday. every site, and that's a lot of people camping, and all kinds of camping. They car camp. Most of them just bring tents out there. They've got cabins that they can rent from the park, and the cabins have electricity in them. But they're real rustic. It's nothing but a bunk. You have to bring something in there to sleep on, stuff like that, I think. But you have to bring your own sleeping bag. But they they can cook outside of them and all that. And they got fire pits and all that stuff. But yeah. But I shouldn't smell too bad. I got that rain I got completely soaked everything, soaked my pants. I don't think I smell. I could have did my laundry yesterday at that camp, but I elected just to go on, and I almost did. It wouldn't have took long, but it would have cost about $5 or $6 in quarters, and I could have took a shower there, and the shower was. And I think it's a great idea the way they do it, because it conserves the water out here. Is they've got timers on the showers, so you get a 10-minute shower for $5 in quarters. You got to go to the camp store, which is right there, and you got to get $5 in quarters, and then you put them in the shower, and then you can step in that shower, and you got hot water. You got a shower there for 10 minutes, and I thought that was pretty cool. But that way, you don't have people wasting the water. They don't have people just leaving it running. You got kids will go in there and take a 20-minute hot shower or something. I mean, come on, and just a total waste of water. You ain't gonna waste it that way. But ironically, I probably don't even take but about a 5-minute shower. Once you get, what do you got to do? You lather up your hair, you lather up your body, and you rinse it off. But anyway, here we go. I'm going to pick up the pace, and I'll get some footage of that store coming up, or that restaurant. Yeah, I'm going to hit you in the head with this trekking pole. I'm heading to the restaurant, though. I ain't got but a couple miles from the restaurant. You're lucky. Real lucky. All right. Thought I was going to have to... Well, it's all right. You better get out of my way. What are you doing blocking the trail? I hit you with this hiking pole. Knock you in the head. That's what I'll do. Doggone it, I'll build a fire, skin you out if I have to. You're lucky I'm headed to the restaurant. Real lucky. That's right. A doggone turkey hen in the middle of the trail on the way to the restaurant. Yeah, you better. I'll knock you in the head too. Oh, dang it. You're lucky. Yeah, I know right where your nest is. Keep it up. I see you. I know right where your nest is. You're trying to lead me away from it. Uh-huh. You're lucky I ain't hungry. Show you something pretty cool. It's on the other side of the trail, but this whole area right here. All right, see this? Now step over that, water's flowing. And come over here in the middle. This whole area is just a marshy area of water after it rains flowing downhill. It's like a downhill marsh. There ain't quite water flowing there. But there's two of them, and they made little islands where you go filled with dirt where you can go across. They're pretty cool. I guarantee you, I can feel how spongy the ground is. When that rained the other day, if you had to walk through here, you'd been sloshing water. And the trail pops right out into a graveyard. The second time, this place I think was North Carolina. You had to go around a graveyard. All right, up here. Yeah, it cuts across, goes right back in the woods right there. All right, I fully intended to look at the trail map All right, my GPS. I said I'm gonna wait till 11:30, and I said, well, I looked at it was 11:45, quarter to 12. I better check it. And I ain't but 0.3. I mean, I'm right up here to the trailhead where I'm going to take the turn and take the side trail. And that'd be almost half a mile on that side trail to get to the wayside. And all right, let me grab a little water break here. I gotta climb here. Yeah, ain't far. And get off this road. I'm in the horsey area. The horsey zone, horsey trails. That's where you tie up your horses. Saddle up, man, let's go. All right, here we go. All right, let me go see what's going on here. I got me a hamburger. Now I got some fried chicken, what I did. Got me some trail mix. Well, everything in there cost a fortune. But it is crowded. I mean, the national parks are in full swing. Look at that, look at that. I mean, it is filled up. The Wi-Fi, I tried to download a video while I was in there, and I couldn't do it. It's just the Wi-Fi, there's just so many people probably using that Wi-Fi. It's no way. And this is a big meadow up here. All right, let's go back. I'm gonna leave the big meadow area all down here. Look at that Shenandoah Valley. I guess that's what it is. Ain't it pretty? I don't know if that's a valley or not. I thought Shenandoah River's out there somewhere. Horse stables, I don't know what that is. Now, as a rule of thumb, these lodges in these national parks, they are very expensive. And I got one in point two, I got the side trail going to the lodge, Big Meadows Lodge. And as crowded as it is in this park, I checked and see if they had availability. I got hold of the reservation desk, and they just told me, I didn't have a cell signal on the wayside side, but on this side of the ridge you do. They said there was room. So then I said, what's the cheapest room? They said, well, we can give you a cabin, double bed. There's laundry facilities on that, which is probably coin laundry. And it's going to cost $172. I said, is that the cheapest thing you can get for a single person? He says, no, it goes up from there too. It goes all the way to $262. I can get you a room for $2. I said, no, I think I'm going to have to pass. I said, geez. But you know, if I knew for a fact it had really good super high Wi-Fi, unlike the, if it's anything like the Wayside was, then I'm not going to be able to download anything. It's probably got good Wi-Fi, but for 172, that's, after tax, that's going to cost me $200. And, if it was, I was kind of prepared if it was like 130, something like that, 150 maybe after taxes. It was like, okay, that would be stretching it, but I'd do that. But, $200, and I can go down and sit and sleep in my hammock. I mean, yuck. I'm going to sleep in my hammock. So I'm just going to going down the trail. It would have been nice to, take it easy, get all these movies downloaded and everything, get all these days caught up. But I think I'm going to just keep going north. Alright. Alright, here's the way I look at it. $172. That's almost $200. That would cost, I can buy a brand new set of black diamond high carbon trekking poles for that, and I need to, or these poles are just worn out. I need to mail them back. They're still good, and I think I can replace the points on them, so I mean, that would have to be the price for America. Just stay there. See what I'm saying? And Miss America ain't here, so I ain't no way I'm gonna spend that much money. I'm kind of like the 2-star motel, $75 a night. Believe it or not, they're still out here. There's actually hotels that, after tax, it's closer to $100. If you can get a hotel nowadays, a clean hotel, I mean, since this is post-pandemic, for under $100 a night after tax, then you're doing all right. I tell you, there ain't nothing. Everything costs a fortune. All right, we go somewhere. I think we go right up here. I did see what looked to be rain, but it don't look like it now. Might rain tonight, I don't know. It's supposed to be one of these days. It's supposed to be like 80% chance or something. I hope it ain't tonight. Might be. I gotta get on down the trail. Can't be up to about 3 or 4 more miles. I can find me a spot. I can tent hammock up here. Sure good. Yep, going into the hills. Further into the hills. Let's go into the hills. Even all the trailheads in this park have got parking lots are full. It's pretty amazing. That day, Sunday, too. It's Sunday. I just went through my guide. All them cars on that trail. See, they can park right there, and it's only a third of a mile hike to get to these 2 viewpoints up ahead. So I'm expecting a bunch of day hikers there. And then after that, I've still got 2 miles to get to that shelter, and the last half mile is going to be straight up. And if I don't stop, I'll get there by 7. So there's plenty of time to set up, and when there's still light, I'll be able to get most of my little duties done in my book and everything. But, well, I'll get there a little early, get my water and all that be done, and let's get going. I felt a raindrop, a raindrop. See, that's one of the reasons I don't have a pixel headlight. So if it starts raining, my destination is a shelter anyway, a hut anyway. So, if it rains persistent as it gets dark, I go in the shelter. I ain't got no choice. So that's my plan with no light. That's my plan. What have we have here? That's pretty cool. I don't want to walk down there, I might trip. I'm going to go over here. Oh yeah. That right there just came down. And it's starting to rain. Okay. We're not gonna, it's not a big deal. It is what it is. That's, it's a nice cool breeze though. Continue on down the trail here. Stop. You're getting any closer. It's close enough to the edge. No guardrails out here. Ain't that pretty, man? I definitely feel rain. I can't see on that side of the mountain behind me, but it's a misty rain. Another one. Another one. Another little video of me. Careful on my step. Don't want to fall and roll off here. Careful on the step. I think it's about far enough. I don't like that. Oh yeah. Same view. Different rock outcropping. They call this area simply on my map app. It just says cliffs. Didn't say how many. It just says there's cliffs. All right, here we go. I think we're going to go down to a gap, and then it's going to be probably about a half. It's going to be a climb to that shelter, and I'm probably not going to get there until 7. And hopefully it won't be raining. I'll be able to set up before it gets dark. I don't want to spend the night in the shelter. I've spent nights in shelters, but not this time of year, man. The bugs are terrible. The couple that slept in the shelter, they were two thru hikers, and they said they didn't get, and they actually came in a little late from that campground, and I talked to them right before I left. They came up and they left about the same week I did. They've been on the trail, but I haven't seen them. They got off the trail for a little while. I think they left before I did. Yeah, and they got off the trail for a little while and come back on. But they said they didn't get any sleep at all because the no-see-ums ate them alive, and it's so hot at night now that you can't wrap up and you can't escape into your sleeping bag to get away from them. That's impossible. Yeah, so he said he's thinking about just buying a liner and just using the liner and ducking into that if he has to get in the shelter, because the mosquitoes are so bad this year. All right, here we go. Let's not think about that. I'm hoping I get that hammock set up. A little bit of a rugged climb here. I had to go up some rocks and stuff. I ain't never done yet either. But I shouldn't have it about 15, 20 more minutes of climbing here. I'll be done. Can't be too far from that turn off. Alright, there's the post. We go left. I'm going to leave the AT when we come back. It's going to be looking like this, looking at that tree, and we go to the left. Remember that. Sometimes you get mixed up on which side you get off. Coming up and taking a left. A left. Alright. This shelter's like way down there. There's a deer walking through it. Right down there. In the back of that shelter. We got deer down there. So the tree's in the way now. There he comes. He's coming out the other side. There he goes. He just walked right behind that shelter. I got him now. He's looking right at me. Where's he at? He's looking right at me. Yeah, look at him. He's looking right at me. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to come on down there and see you. There, bub. Shelter. On up the hill. Little house on the hill. Yeah. Where I'm camping. I like it. Water's way down there somewhere. I'm gonna get this water and skedaddle back up. You can't see it because this camera picks up the light, but it is getting dark. Hey, I have figured out a way to make my power. I didn't realize it, but my little power adapter, my little power back, has a flashlight. Check it out. It has a flashlight when you double click it. And I did it one time by accident and ran it down. So try to be careful myself. I can put this on my chest and I can get my stuff done in here now. And it's an emergency light. So I can survive. Alright, good deal. Alright, I done got my water. If I'd had this on me, I could have used it to get back. Alright, it'll work. Get this done, get some sleep. It's going to be a little windy tonight.